Video playback's not supported by the Apple Watch. Okay, guys, so I was online and I was recently taking a look at. Oh, I got some vape on my nose. I was recently taking a look at some just different things when it comes to 18650 batteries. And for some reason, I came across the most ridiculous video. Let's take some batteries out of one of these. All right, so let's go down low and we'll talk about it. All right, guys. So, plain and simple, when it comes to this is the stupidest idea you could do. I just want to be very, very, very clear about this before I go ahead and show you this. So, I have this pre-pulled apart because of the fact that I don't really want to show you how to get them apart. It's not hard to do, but it's not something I want to encourage. So, without further ado, reluctantly, this is the inside of your laptop battery pack. All right. Now, I've taken the liberty of removing two of these cells carefully from this pack. So these two cells, one would sit right about here, the other one sits right about here. Be careful not to touch that, even though it's not in series. Right? These are the batteries that you're looking at that are inside of this. This is a Sony, so these are a Sony similar to the VTC, but this is the US 18650 GRT battery. So this is what you have in here. It's a very simple, simplistic thing. I really honestly should have. I really don't like working with the inside of batteries with my hands or with metal tools. I should have at least a pen. Come on, I gotta have something. I have a spudger or a pen. I just bought a bunch of spudgers, but they're not here yet. A pen. All right, so inside you have, let's use the plastic end of the pen. You have a control board, which works with charging the 18650s that are inside of here, as well as these 18650s. So it starts right here and here. So we've got these in positive. It's kind of a series parallel deal, right? So they go from here in series, right? Then they continue. There's a little bit that wraps underneath, and on the back side continues these to be in parallel, right? And so then these will run series to half parallel, half series here. How they get all these batteries is funky, but it equals out to them being at the 3500 12 volts, 11.1 volt, 3500 mAh, or 3900 watt hours, 39 watt hours. So this is a specialized control board made for charging these batteries in this specific architecture of how it's all put together. But that's not the important part. So we'll go ahead, we'll set these down, right? These are the batteries. Now I'll go ahead and show to the best of my ability what these batteries say, right? So this way you guys can take a look. Now, from what I'm able to find, these batteries equal out to 2,000 milliamp hours, all right? Individual cells with a 4 or 7 amp limit. 4 to 7 amp draw limit. Now, granted, I know this goes into, and I'll probably hear from somebody about this at some point in time. Oh, but Dave, all good coil kissers do know that, we're working with regulated mods, and there's things and stuff and chips to keep things protected, and this might be an okay idea. No, it's really not, and this is a protected cell here. Oh, what the hell? I have no idea. It looks like it's protected, but I don't know. Anyways, okay, so here's the thing that I have to say to this, is that even though we're using regulated devices, it's still very, very, very wise to make sure that we use batteries that are of a chemistry, which these are not of a chemistry that we really want to use, because from what I'm able to find from them, they're actually ICR batteries. But that's a whole nother idea. I've seen it as them being ICRs, and I've seen it as IMRs for these batteries, because these are used in other applications as well. It's not just vaping that these are used in. Sorry, it's really hot, just wetting my whistle. So there's tons of people that talk about it and lay out the math. Okay, this divided by this times this equals out to these things. Take this times this times this. You can figure it all out. It's not that hard. All right. The thing is, though, is there's a reason why in the instruction manual, even in the Kangertech, I think I have the instruction manual. All of this stuff's been falling down, so I got to start over again. I have it inside of the box for my wife's. But inside of the Kangertech manual, I remember seeing it say use a high drain battery. You need to use things that are safe batteries, the batteries that are able to withstand high drain as well as high amp pulls. Whether it's used or not, it's just wise. So while these may be okay to vape with, and they do give the ability to power the device, right? They do have the ability to power the device. They're really not going to hold up. To even say it in a specific way, or not in a specific way, but I don't even feel comfortable using this MX Joe, this old MX Joe that I have. If I push the button, right, it's only got 1 bar of battery to it. But once it goes, if it's anything over 38 watts, I think is what it is. If it's anything over 38 watts, this thing stops running. So there's 37, 39. Maybe it's over 40. It's somewhere around here. 44 watts. There we go. It starts flashing that there's ohms problems, or it'll start flashing that there's batteries problems. It doesn't matter what mod I run it in. And yes, I realize this doesn't have a casing on it. And I realize I'm bad for that. But it needs to be rewrapped, and the wrap came off, and I still have to make a run for more wrap. I know I'm talking about being safe with batteries, but I'm an idiot with them some days. So let's not get these confused, not that I would. These are the batteries here that, and yeah, I do recommend the eFest. In fact, I have a few different eFests around. eFest had some problem, right? They did for a little while, but they got their act together. You can figure out what type of battery it is. They tend to be reliable, right? Then we have the LG HE2, the Samsung 25R, and the Sony Samsung 25R and the Sony VTC4. I said that out of order. So eFest, random, whatever. I've never pulled the wrapping off of it. I'm perfectly happy with the fact that the wrap is held up, and it looks like it's, which battery is this? It's an LG. It might even be an HE2 for all I know. Or it could be some random thing, because it could have been at the time when they had shitty batteries. But I've never had any problems with these batteries. I can take these batteries all individually, crank them up to 50 watts, which my original MX Joe battery wouldn't even hold up to it. Even when I first got it, I could never do 50 watts and just hold the button. Right? So the battery does matter. It matters significantly. It's very, very, very important. I'm not going to prove it with each one, but it's very important that you have batteries that are of quality. Basically, I wasn't here to give we'll make sure that you have the battery that's just right and everything. What I was here trying to do with this video is just say, guys, it's very important that you get your batteries from a reliable source. You can put yourself in a lot of danger. I have no idea what the hell is underneath my black cloth here, but it's bugging me. You can get them from unreliable, used up battery packs if you want to. If that's the danger that you want. But do me a favor, write out a note, I'm a moron, and I will happily use this battery that is not necessarily the best of things. Or you can spend $10 on 2 of them. There's actually a deal going on right now at the time of making this video, and I've seen it a few times. You can spend $10 on 2 of these, and you're golden. You know, that you have a choice. The batteries that you choose to use, you need to be responsible as a vapor about what you choose to use. These are the batteries that I use. These are the ones that I love the most. Out of all 4 of the average ones that I have, these are the 3 that I like. I've got a few pairs of the HE2s. Since I made that last video, I stocked up on them. The 25R2 and the 25R5 are nice. And the VTC4, I mean, that's a reliable 20 amp draw, 25 amp draw, 20 to 35 amp draw. I know people are saying 35 amp draw as a solid number. I don't know if that's for sure, but up to 35 amp draw, 4 to 7. Not a great idea. Just not reliable, not smart. I'm not here to give you all the mathematics and everything because there are other people that have done a great job that came before me that can go ahead and do it. I understand how the math works on it. I just wanted to make sure because there was somebody that had a video that I wound up running across and it was like, oh yeah, just pull the batteries and you can vape with these. Don't. It's a bad idea. Buy reliable stuff. Go to 101vape.com or Battery Bros if you don't mind waiting like a month and a half for them to come in. Go to Battery Bros and order from them. They actually have the Sonyo. You'll have to take a look into it. Grim Green did a video about it, but Sanyo has really nice batteries out, and they're reliable batteries. And I'd love to have my hands on a pair of those, but there's just, I can't do it. So, regardless, guys, let's go back up top and let's do some advocacy. All right, so you guys are probably tired of hearing this already because I just finished saying it down low. I thought about something when I was swapping around my camera. If you don't want to invest in something like getting batteries like these and storing them reliably, I like to store them in the box that they came from if they're going to be by themselves, like this. This is a single battery for a mech, or a single cell 18650 mech. This is a single cell battery for just using on things like single cell regulated mods. Keep your batteries separated. Have specific batteries for specific purposes. I realize for a young vapor this may be getting kind of cumbersome, but I can't emphasize enough. It's, when you see that idiot online or you hear about them in the news that got their hand blown off, those are those morons. I mean, they're using them improperly. They're using a sub-tank on a hybrid mod. They're using things the wrong way. They're not being smart. And that's how they get hurt. And it's not, I don't want to call them a moron because I think that it's funny. No, because it looks bad. It's not good. We're trying to portray this as a safer alternative, and people are getting themselves hurt because they're not knowledgeable about it. So it sucks. All right, guys. Well, the train's about to come through. I hear it coming. So we'll go ahead and flip over to me talking about advocacy. And this is important stuff to where I put out Monday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. So I'm doing the video for Wednesday. And then I have Friday's video, which is going to be about Devil's Food Cake. So yeah, Anyways, sorry, I was trying to fill in some time. Let's do a jump cut. All right, guys. So sorry about the jump cut. But that being said, my little ramblings are done. So yeah, the FDA is really, really trying hard to get rid of vaping. And if you guys don't take action now, then not much that we can do. Eventually, we'll wind up losing it. They'll make other laws to make it illegal as well. Illinois, my own state, actually changed their committee and changed the day so that this way, at least from the only way that I can figure out, so that this way my vote and tons of other people, their votes didn't matter. Their signature slips didn't matter. So this way they could pass through a law. I don't know if the law was passed through or not, but why else would they move it when it was slated for a certain time? Oh, we're going to bump it up right now. We're going to go ahead and get it done today on Memorial Day. This is how our government operates. They're wrong. They're very wrong. And it's sad. And that bill, one of the guys at Mount Baker Vapor actually pointed out that he saw something when he read it, but it changes, from what I was able to see, it changes just vaping. So you can smoke cigarettes at 18 years old, and then at 21 you're allowed to vape, and then you can get away from cigarettes. How? I thought we're classified as a tobacco product, so why treat us differently? There's a lot going on, but that's me complaining, you complaining, anybody else complaining is not going to change it. We have to take action. We have to do something about it. The best that I can do as a guy like me is I can go ahead and constantly bombard the internet with videos saying, go on, take a look at CASA, august8th.org, notblowingsmoke.org. Check out your call to actions, get involved, become part of the community. I cannot remember it for the life of me, but if you are in the UK, you should be watching Vaping Vic. Or I think Dean the Vaping Biker actually is part of this, is expressing this as well. The Vaping Biker. But you need to be taking a look at those guys. Vaping V1CK. And then the Vaping Biker. I mean, it's not that hard to figure out. You should be taking a look at those guys and following those good old chaps. And get the call to actions that you need from those respective sites. I wish I was not such a sack of crap and actually knew those things, because I actually watch those guys' videos and they say it and it goes over the top of my head because it doesn't have any applicable level to me. So yeah, be safe with your batteries, guys, for what it's worth, because it's worth your head. And what I like to do is I've got a set of batteries that are dedicated to this mod right here. I have the LiPo, which is always going to be inside of it, and I try not to take it past a fourth of the way. I have these two batteries that are dedicated to this. Stay still. I have some triples here for my triple mod whenever I get it. I've got a single for a mech mod, which is whenever I get it. But I have them prepared, right? If I needed to, I could just turn this into 2 sets and there we go, I've got it. But these are saved for that purpose, and I'll have it, but it's because I'm being mindful of that. Have a dedicated charger, which mine is in the other room, that will sit there and just charge it, so this way you're not charging off the devices. Be careful, guys, and be careful while you're rallying or speaking your mind or whatever's necessary whenever it is that you're watching this, to try and save vaping so we can save other people. Because I can take this mason jar, which I just got a new mason jar, and pull out and just go off and make my own juice and let it steep and cheers, let's vape it on. But that's not going to help anybody else but me. So yeah, sorry guys, this video is really long. No, it is not intentional that I'm wearing the Mount Baker Vapor shirt. But I mean, come on guys, I love their juice that much. I love wearing this for just reviews. I did it the other day accidentally for a review. And I was like, well, you know, I'm going to do another review. Yes, this shirt's been washed since then. But I don't have any other vaping shirts. And I'm so proud to have this shirt. So yeah. Alright guys, peace. Kiss those coils. Coil kissing is fun. I really shouldn't have done that. Coil kissing at Twitter. There we go. Subscribe, like, comment. If you don't like, then why the hell are you here? And yeah, because you should not have watched a like 15, 20-minute long video if you don't like what I'm saying. So yeah. And kiss those coils, guys. I'm Dave. Peace.